Hi Scream Team, it's Catherine, and welcome to the final season 2 Autopsy of a Scream. Okay, so the finale was tonight, and I am not okay, guys. Not okay. Oh my gosh, we totally got Loomised. We got Loomised. Okay, clarification. I'm calming down. I'm gonna stop yelling at my camera. Breathe. Zen. Okay. In the finale of MTV Scream, crazy stuff. Okay, we already knew that Emma and Audrey were like on the lam, running from the cops. We knew it was gonna happen. We actually got to see how they wound up running from the cops. They were in the car crashed because the killer was standing in the middle of the road. He gave Emma and Audrey the keys. They got themselves unhandcuffed. They ran for it. The killer magically disappeared because that's what killers do. They go poof and are gone. So the two of them were on the run. They got a call from the killer about not contacting the police, not contacting anyone, or he would got someone they loved. So the two of them were still on the run, but Emma went to go see Kieran, and Kieran's like, well, Eli's been gone, And Brooke is dealing with the fact that her dad is dead, and she's using a butcher knife to cut up oranges, and then Eli comes back. This is not in order. A lot of things happen. But Eli comes back and is like, I've been at the cops this whole time because they were interrogating me. And you're like, what? You've been at the cops? And I was like, does he have an alibi? What? So, okay, that happened. Stavo is talking to Brooke, and Brooke is really upset about her dad, which totally makes sense because she has not had time to process the fact that her father was killed by a pitchfork and this guy. Okay, the Brandon James version of this guy, but I don't have that guy, I have this guy, who I'm gonna pretend is the Billy Loomis version because I need that right now. Okay, so Emma and Audrey are on the run. They decide they're gonna go hide out at the theater because Audrey's like, no one's there, there's nothing going on. They go to the theater, there are weapons at the theater. Noah and Brooke find out that they're at the theater and they're like, we're not leaving you alone. Noah just leaves the hospital and like rips an IV out of his arm. Does he have parents? Do they watch out for him? Have they forgotten they live in Lakewood? Do they think they live somewhere nice and happy where children can just wander about freely and not get murdered by stabby things? What? Okay, so Noah and Brooke go to the movie theater and Noah is totally wearing like smiley face boxers or something. I don't know what, I don't know. I feel like they were smiley face boxers. Anyway, so they get to the movie theater, everyone grabs weapons from that display case thing because some of those are real. Stavo suddenly shows up and Brooke's like, I didn't text you, and he's like, but you did text me, and then they don't let him in, which is really annoying. He leaves super mad. Okay, then suddenly terrible things start happening. Footage of people dying starts playing on the projector. The lights go down, and suddenly Brooke is stabbed. Brooke! No, the sweet and beautiful Brooke, whose father just died, whose everyone is dead. Is stabbed. They wind up rushing her to the hospital. Audrey is missing. Emma goes looking for Audrey. The killer Snapchats her. Yes, Snapchats her. And shows her a picture of Audrey. And Emma's like, I'm gonna go get Audrey. But she talks to Kieran, and Kieran's like, what? And she's like, no, I'm not telling you where I am. And she's at the like creepy orphanage place that Piper and Miss Lang, I remembered her name this time, were at when they were kids. And she's there, and trying to find Audrey, and still has that gun. There's a gun. There's a magic gun that somehow doesn't run out of bullets. Because television magic and, yeah, whatever. I have a thing, okay? I'm not getting into it, but the gun is magic. Somehow. There were a lot of bullets in that gun. Okay, so Emma figures out where Audrey is, and she goes to get her, but she's chained to, like, a radiator that totally doesn't work. But she's chained to it, and then all of a sudden, Kieran appears, and he's like, I had Noah ping your phone, I found you, and she's like, oh my gosh, and then all of a sudden Eli comes in, and they're like, Eli, and you're like, what? Because Eli is bleeding. Emma was attacked by the killer, so Emma is also bleeding, but he's bleeding, and they're like, what happened? And he's like, I got here, I followed Kieran, and Kieran came behind me and stabbed me, and Kieran's like, no, he probably stabbed himself, and then Emma shoots Eli. Yeah, shoots him. And then Kieran like is talking to her, and then she's like, wait, what did you just say? Because he says, you'll feel safe again. And then she's like, oh, the killer totally just said something exactly like that to me on the phone. Because the killer called her. And then he's like, what? Ha ha ha, blah ha ha, blah ha 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 ha, danger, evil, okay. So I'm spoiling a Scream movie for you because if you haven't seen Scream 1, I don't feel bad about spoiling this movie for you. You are watching a show called Scream on MTV, so you should have seen all 4 Scream movies, and I've been trying not to spoil things, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, he goes killer monologue on Emma and Audrey. It turns out that our lovely Kieran, yeah, was sleeping with Piper last season, and they were killing people, and the big surprise that we didn't get to see was they were gonna kill his dad, and then kill Emma, and then kill Emma's mom, because they're evil and didn't want to go to therapy, because murder is apparently better than therapy. It's not! You should go to therapy. Therapy! Therapy is key, folks. Go to therapy. Do not turn into a monster killer beastie thing. Not a monster killer beastie, it's a dude in a mask, but you know what I mean. So he goes crazy monologue-y with the hair, and if my hair were down, I would like part it in my face, but he totally Billy Loomised us, because Billy Loomis, oh, he is the bad guy in Scream 1. Him and Shaggy. I know his real name is not Shaggy, but he's Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo, which I managed to see before I ever saw the Scream series, so in my mind, he's Shaggy forever. I'm sorry whatever your actual name is, but you're going to be Shaggy for the rest of this description. Okay, Scream 1, Billy Loomis, who is Sydney's boyfriend, is the killer. He decides to kill her because of crap in his life, and yeah. So Kieran, because of crazy stuff in his life, decides to become a killer. And then Audrey and Emma are going to, oh, and Eli gets shot by Emma, but she's not dead, and he totally shoots him more to kill him, because it turns out that Eli was only ever in Lakewood because of Kieran, because Kieran is crazy and was setting him up. Yeah. This is a big end game for Kieran. Like, that was a long setup. So that happened. Yeah. Emma and Audrey are in this, like, cat and mouse game with Kieran, and then they finally get a hold of him and chain him with the things, the chains. They chain him with the chains because that's what you do. And then the cops show up before, and Emma's like, she could shoot him, but she doesn't shoot him. And really, I was like, can you even shoot him at all? Are there bullets in that gun? Because that gun has been shot like 12 times, and it is just a regular police gun. Admittedly, I don't know anything about guns. I just don't. So I don't know. I have no idea. I just feel like it was shot too many times, or like right on the verge of too many times. Anyway. So yeah, Kieran goes to prison, and everyone seems to be doing okay. Emma and Audrey are having popcorn and milk duds at the movie theater 3 months later. I think I already said 3 months later. Noah is doing a The Morgue podcast. Brooke is alive and having food with Stavo and his dad in a very normal setting. And Kieran is in prison. And then he gets a phone call from his lawyer, and it's not his lawyer, it's this dude. Yeah, who's really upset that Kieran was killing people. So, what up? There's another killer. And because Scream After Dark is amazing, they tease the fact there's going to be a Halloween special. So, Halloween murder business happening. Yeah. No, we got Billy Loomis. I should have seen this coming. I focused on Zoe for so long. I did. It was not Zoe. It was the MTV Scream version of Billy Loomis. I am a fool. I have failed you. I did share a theory that said it was Kieran last week. It's not really my theory. It was my friend Sally's theory. But still, I feel like I failed you. I failed you all. I'm so sorry. And hopefully, after the Halloween special, there will be a 3rd season, and we'll figure out who the fudge is the other killer. Because now I don't know. I don't know. Because there was a knife in a tree with the note with blood on it. I don't know. I don't know. I trust no one and nothing. I don't know. Scream After Dark afterwards was amazing. Like, that show is so goofy. I love that show. If there is a season 3, I really hope that they continue to do Scream After Dark. I really do. It was fun. It made me laugh. And it's way funnier than me. I'm just a crazy person with a camera who does not kill people because I do. Terrible argument. Oh, and Miss Lang is writing a book, if you didn't notice, or like a really fancy paper about the theory that all of this was in Emma's head, which it totally wasn't, because Stabby McGee over here is actually there. He's not like a figment of her imagination this season. I'm just saying. He could be next season. You never know. I don't know. But yeah. MTV Scream this season was crazy. I'm not over the fact that I got Billy Loomis, and just let it happen. I am a fool. I am a fool. I was tricked. Although, admittedly, I was right that Eli was too easy. Remember? I said it couldn't be Eli because I thought he was a red herring, and it wasn't Stavo because I said Stavo was a red herring. So, I was correct in 2 of my, like, intense, like, it is not these 2. I have tweeted multiple times that Eli could not be the killer because it was too easy. Too easy. So I feel really bad about the end scene for him. But too easy. This also leaves open the avenue that Eli's mom comes back and becomes the killer, because that could happen based on Scream movies, or someone could want to replace Emma and become a killer to do so. Yes. Just saying. So yeah, I feel like that's everything. I can't give you a killer theory because we already know who did it, but we do know there is another killer. So, is this killer in Emma's head? Is this killer someone we've met? Is this killer an adult? Is it Brandon James? I actually have no idea. It could be Emma's dad. He like magically disappeared and never came back. What's he doing? Does he go to AA? Is he in prison? Does anyone know where he is? Does anyone really know where any of the parents of Lakewood are besides Emma's mom, Stavo's dad, and those who have died? Because not all of their parents are dead. This is not a town of orphans. So that would sort of explain why no one ever goes anywhere. They made fun of that on Scream After Dark, that no one just leaves Lakewood. Though, if they did leave Lakewood based on the Scream movies, it wouldn't matter. They'd just get followed to college. There you go. Okay, that is everything for this Autopsy of a Scream. If Scream comes back, well, I will do an Autopsy of a Scream for the special October episode. Me and my little buddy here will be back. I will possibly also be wearing this sweatshirt because this is one of my comfy sweatshirts. And if there's a season 3, I will do these for season 3. Share your MTV Scream comments below, or share them with me on Twitter with the hashtag Autopsy of a Scream. My Twitter handle is @CleffNotes. You can find me on my blog, cleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com. I run their Snapchat when I remember to actually snap at the Nerdy Girl EXP, and I post recipes on the iZombie Support Group site, iZombieSupportGroup.com. Bye guys.